Hello, TikTok and friends. So I seen a mutual of mine, Mancy, make a video. They were replying back to one of their many followers. And it happened to deal with plants. Well, let's get into that. As we all know, plants have a networking system called mycelium. It has more pathways than the human brain. So not only does the trees talk to, the bushes, and the bushes talk to the shrubs, and the shrubs talk to the grass, and the grass talks to the flowers, and the flowers talk to, they just all symbiotically talk to each other. But by science, we have also understood that plants understand energy and thought process and waves. They also deal with hormones and pheromones and energy. So take all of that in consideration, right? When you are around a loved one that might be getting sick or is sick with certain things, you'll start to notice certain types of flowers and plants and natural things that will grow around the house or start growing around the house. The reason why is because the plant life is communicating not only with your pheromones and your hormones, but the energy that in which you are giving off. And it also can understand thoughts. So not only will certain plant life start dying around your home, wilting away, getting sickly, especially ones that you personally dealt with a lot or are your wards, right? But other plants will start appearing around the area. Like, for example, if you know someone that's got heart issues, heart problems, you're going to notice that there's dandelions, a fuck ton of dandelions. You're also going to notice other kinds of plants, like purple clover and lemongrass. But that's if you know what you're looking for. The main thing, if you start seeing those little cute flowers that are yellow, also turn into the cute little things that you go and blow away. That is nature telling you that this person is sick and it's trying to give these flowers to you so you can help your loved ones, or so your loved ones can help themselves. Some people might not be privy to this knowledge, so let me just fill you in. The same company that sits there and tells you that those dandelions that are in your yard are weeds and you got to get rid of them, right? The people that own that company also own the heart medication through Big Pharma, okay? What does these two companies have in common? The dandelion. Dandelions are known to not only deal with cholesterol, plaque, and other things, but it's also to help deal with your circulatory system and to strengthen your heart muscles. Yeah. Dandelions are actually a very big compound that they use within that drug for your heart medication. While they also sell us a product that's supposed to get rid of these things because they're supposedly weeds and bad for your yard and for you. Dandelion tea, dandelion chips, and dandelion capsules help greatly with your heart problems. You see, nature and us are not separated. We are of nature as much as nature is a part of us. And in that being said, nature will also speak to us and tell us things, give us warning signs, while also providing things that will help us. There's a reason why, for hundreds of thousands of years, herbal remedies and medicines were used, because there was a lot of trial and error, and the remedies that we now know today that do work, we had used for thousands of years before Big Pharma, doctors, or hospitals. At one point in time, doctors were looked at as quacks, while the, people that had the apothecaries and that were medicine women and men were valued greatly and looked at highly within the community. Now it's the opposite. Now I understand if, you need some kind of life-saving surgery or, stuff like that. Something that herbal remedies just cannot fix. Yeah, go to a doctor, go to the hospital. People don't quite understand how much plants and energy and your thought process and your hormones and your pheromones interconnect. They don't exactly understand the science behind it or how deep it goes. But science itself has proved that they can even understand thought. That you don't have to say anything. They can understand your intentions. And it is backed by medical science. This is also stuff you learn about when you're in college. And if you're wanting to know what mycelium is, it is a fungi that is constantly building a pathway. It sits just right under the surface of the grass and level of the earth. Some of it does go deeper down, more towards like roots and certain pathways of tree systems and certain shrubs and plants, and as in like bushes. But for the most part, mycelium is found just underneath the surface, where our brain more might have like 10 to the 100th power of neural, pathways. This is more like 10th to the trillionth power of neural pathway. They're all equally talking and interconnecting and giving information to each other. Okay, so that part in Avatar, the one with the blue people, not the one with the little boy that could go through like all 4 fucking elements. Well, that scientist that was talking about, how the trees talk to the grass, and all that stuff. Kind of also the same if you have ever watched The Happening, where they talk about, the mycelium and how the plants and stuff, due to them using pheromones and other situations, how they talk to each other and interexchange things, information. That's all actual true information that's put in a fictional movie. Like, there's a lot of truth in fictional movies about certain things that they talk about. Even if on a level scale that it's just the movie itself, right? In actuality and in factuality, on Earth, it interacts the same way. And if you are noticing changes around your area that is abnormal for, your yard or your just area, period, there might be someone in your house or you that might be sick. And nature, Earth, Gaia, is giving you warning signs. Like I said, if your house normally don't have a bunch of dandelions around it, right? But then it just starts outwardly nowhere just growing a crap ton of dandelions, and it's not that same way in the other yards around you. There's something going on. You always should watch the nature around your area. For example, when I was young and I was at one of those like flea markets, but it was more like a food market, right? And when I went there was 2 types of stands. One that had fruit without seeds and one with fruit with seeds. Do you know where the bees were? They were at the stand with the fruit with seeds. There was not one fucking bee around the stand with the fruit with no seeds. And as a child seeing this, not a young child, but a child nonetheless, seeing this with my own eyes, I understood that there was something wrong with that fruit. And that I was not going to buy any fruit from that particular stand. Nature tells us everything we need to know. And if you listen, it will guide you. That is facts. Again, in a lot of different movies, there are factual things being said while it's a fictional movie, whether based on of cartoon characters or real life people. So next time when you go to step out and touch the grass and, take your feet and put it down in that, understand that your body is now connecting to that earth, and that earth is connecting to you. And your pheromones, your hormones, your energy, and your thoughts and feelings are also connecting. They've already connected just by you being outside. The grounding and the symbiotics happens where you actually receive different types of energy through your feet, through the soles of your feet, is when you take your shoes off. There's actually science that backs that up as well. So remember, you're not going crazy. Remember to take the signs and to understand them. There is a reason for everything that is happening and going on. You just have to pay attention. Remember, my friends, not everything is as it seems. Not everything is as it appears. Earth speaks to us. And as always, my friends, make good choices.